Hello friends, welcome to FreeCAD tutorial, and in this tutorial we will model this part, and you can see that I have already modeled it, and our FreeCAD model is matching with the reference drawing isometric view. We will do this part with the help of a part design workbench, and for this part modeling tutorial I am using the FreeCAD version 1.0. So for this tutorial you must have at least FreeCAD version 1.0 or higher version if you are using the development version or weekly builds of a FreeCAD. So make sure you must have at least 1.0 or higher. Now I will close this file and create a new file. You can also visit my website mechnexus.com, where I write articles and tutorials on FreeCAD, and you can also access my 3D part library of a FreeCAD. You can download the part from here and you can use in your projects with modifications. You can also access my 2D drawing library, where you can download these 2D drawings and you can create 3D models with respect to these drawings. You can also support me on ko-fi.com. You can buy me a cup of coffee. Your small support will help this channels to grow, and it will motivate me to create more awesome content on FreeCAD. You can find my ko-fi donation page link in a video description, as well as you can also see my ko-fi page URL on this header. So let's come back to our tutorial. So here I have created a new file and I have activated my part design workbench, and now here I will insert my body, and I will on my origin plane. And the first thing which we will do, if we see our isometric view, so first we will create this profile, and for this we will select this exact plane and click on the sketch, and here I will off the origin plane. And now if we see this section view, so we will create this profile from the axis which will touch this axis. So I will select a polyline tool and draw a line, and then I will create a triangle, and now here I will create a fillet, select this line and this line, and now the angle between is of 12.11. so we will select smart dimension, and now let's move our sketcher dimension tool here, and now we will fix this center. So select a smart dimension and provide this dimension 45, and the radius is of R15, which we can see here. So we will also constrain the radius, which is of 15 mm. And now let's move the dimensions, and we will come out of the sketch, press 0 for isometric. So this is our first profile, and now we will extrude it to the distance of 40 mm. We can see this dimension here, so we will extrude it, and we will make it symmetric to this axis. So we will select the sketch and click on the pad and give the value 40 and tick mark here symmetric to the plane, and say OK. And now we will create a cut. So we will select this top face and click on the sketch. Now press 0 for right orientation, and we will create a circle and this is of a diameter 40 because here is a radius is R20. So select smart dimension and provide the 40 mm and click on the close, and we will simply remove the material and we will set in conditions true all, and now say OK. So here we have created this cut, and now we will add the material here. Here we have created the cut, and now we will add a material. Now we will add a material, so we will again select this face and click on the sketch, press 0 for right orientation, and set our cube like this, and now here we will create these two diameter. So first thing which I will do is to project this radius. I will click on the project geometry and I will project this and create a circle and made it equal, and we will create one more circle, and the inside one is of a 30 mm. Here is a diameter 30, so I will select smart dimension and give it a 30. So this is our sketch profile, and now we will extrude it to the distance of 120, because 105 plus 15 is a 120. 120 is a total height, which we can also see in a side view. So select the sketch, click on the pad and give the value 120. We are not seeing anything on a screen because it is extruding in other directions where there is no material. So click on reverse. So once you click on reverse, you will see it. Now we will say OK. Now we will create this cut whose detail we can see here. So here we will project this diameter 40. So we will select this face and click on the sketch, and here we will press 0 for right orientation and we will set our model like this. And the first thing we will do is to project this radius. We will click on the project geometry and we will create a circle, and we will make it construction, and now we will create a 3-point arc. Select a 3-point arc, and here I will select a polyline tool and close this profile, and now let's add the relevant constraint. For example, this must be horizontal, this should be also horizontal. So relevant constraint is applied, and now we wanted to remove the material, so we will keep this outside of a body, this line, and we will make this symmetric because our cut is of a 20 mm. So I will select on a symmetricity constraint, select this point and this axis, and select a smart dimension and provide it 20 mm, and this dimension is approximate, so let's make it a 50, and now we will close it, and we will select the cut tool and we will say it true all and say OK. Now we will move to the next step, which is, if you see in isometric view, so we will create this profile. So for this I will on the origin plane, and on the origin plane we will select this top plane and click on the datum plane option, expand it and create a datum plane, and in a Z directions we will provide a distance of minus 11.5, So you can see that a datum plane is created, and now we will hide the origin plane, and here is a blue tick symbol, so we will right click and click on the recompute object. And now we will use this datum plane to create this profile, and here we will use the single sketch, but we will do the two extrusion. So now I will select the datum plane and create our sketch. And now here I will click on the project geometry option, and I will project this radius, and we will switch to the wireframe view, and we will off this datum plane. And now here I will use the 3-point arc, create one arc, select this and this, and made it equal. And now I will create these two horizontal line, so select the line tool, draw the horizontal line. And now if you see here, so this center to this center distance is of 80 mm. So here is a radius of R25 and this is the 40. So we will create two circle, and first thing which will we do, we will define this position 80. So we will select smart dimension, select this origin to this, and provide it 80 mm, and inner one is of diameter 50 and outer one is of diameter 80. And now here I can use the trim tool, and I can also use the coincidence tool. So here I will use the trim tool to remove this geometry. So here now we will create a line and we will trim this. So we will select line tool and draw a vertical line, and select this line and this point and add a coincidence constraint. And now let's click on the trim and trim this half circle, and also trim this extra line. And now this and this point is not merged, so I will select the both and add a coincidence. And now let's move these dimensions to this side, and so here we will delete this line, and we will draw the vertical lines. And now let's see what is the unconstrained. So this is the unconstrained, so we will select this point and this point and add a vertical line, vertical constraint, and this and add a vertical constraint. So this is fully constrained, and now this line is not horizontal, so I will make it horizontal. So here we have the two profiles, but if you see here, so we will create one arc here to make this profile independent. So what I will do, I will select a 3-point arc and create one arc here, and select this and made it equal. So here is a one more arc you will see. And now let's come to the out of the sketch, and now let's switch to the flat lines view, and now we will switch to the top view, and we will create our extrusion. So we will first create this extrusion whose thickness is of 11 mm. So I will press the control key and select the profile, and now here there is a two arc, So we will zoom it and we will select this arc. So this is the close profile I have selected, and now I will select the sketch and click on the pad, and here I will make it 11 mm, and now make it reverse. So here we have created the datum plane, so we will cross check the dimensions of this datum plane. So let's off this, and from this to this is of 11.5, but it should be 103 plus 11, so 114. So we will edit the pad and uncheck the reverse and keep it symmetric to the plane. So now the total is of 120 mm, so it should be 11 plus 3 14, so this should be the 6 mm, so that is okay. And now we will create one more extrusion with same profile. So here I will select this outer radius, inner radius, and this two vertical closing profile, and click on the pad, and this is of a 15 mm, and here I will click on symmetric to the plane and say OK. Now we will move to the next feature. Next feature is to create a hole. So here I will select this face and create a cut hole, because it is a clearance hole, but you can also use this hole feature. So I will select the face and click on the sketch, and I will click on the project geometry and project this radius, so that I will get a center here. And now I will create a circle and give the diameter of 12 mm and say OK. And now we will create a cut. So select the cut, and I will select up to face end condition. You can also set here through all, no issue, because we do not have any material here. But my practice is to limit the feature with respect to the faces. And now we will move to the next feature, which is, if you see on a drawing, so here is a common fillet note of R2. So we will provide a fillet of R2. So we will click on the fillet and select this edge, this one. So here is a face is selected, so we will remove it and we will zoom it and select this edge. Similarly we will select this and this, and instead of 2 I will give 1.9. let's see what happened. So here is a issue, so we will check how much distance we have here. So here is a 2 and here is also 2. So we will give the fillet one by one. We will press the control key, select this and give the fillet, and here we will give the 1.9, and let's make it 1.99. okay, and say OK. So the reason is that if we give the round figure 2 mm, then radius edge of this and this will get merged, which FreeCAD does not allow. That's why we have given the 1.99. and same way, fillet is the most common issue in FreeCAD, so we have to very carefully understand how fillets works in FreeCAD. And now here I will give the 1 point, or here I can give the 2 because we have the height here. Say OK. So here let's give the 1.9. So here is a issue is there, so we will select the individual edges and let's give the fillet of 1.9. Okay, so sometimes it does not take the two fillet combine. So here is a 1.99 and what if I do make it 2? So it is working. Similarly we will give the bottom edge and give it 2 directly. Say OK. Now press 0 for isometry. So this is how we have successfully modeled this part in FreeCAD, and you can see that our model is matching with the isometric view. So this is all about this tutorial, and this tutorial is designed for the beginner user to understand the part design workbench basic features like datum plane, pad, extrude, cut, fillet. So this is all about this tutorial. Thank you for watching and thank you for your valuable time.